let's go into the Gucci Mane Yo Gotti beef. I didn't remember this, but it was obviously said even on the Breakfast Club. So some of the backstory between Yo Gotti and Gucci does actually revolve around Gucci's wife, it seems. But as much as guys want to act like, oh, it ain't nothing, I'll get me another chick and I'll never fight a fuss over no chick or whatever, you had it, I got it now. As much as some guys act, not all, act like that, I really do believe that the bigger issue here is the signing of these artists from Memphis. Rappers are so territorial. Every industry. You put money and competition and people in similar lanes, and you create what we see all the time. It's so common. It's everyday shit. Even people that act like they support each other, they're always in competition. All right. Let's say Rough Riders, D and Y and Jay-Z and Dame Dash, they all love each other and shake each other's hands when they see each other. But best believe Rockefeller and Rough Riders are competing. You know, No Limit and Cash Money. Well, they didn't even like each other, so that was clear. But you see what I'm saying? It's always competition. And if you're kind of playing more in my backyard, so to speak, because Gucci is from Atlanta, Yo Gotti and all these artists signing of Memphis, right? It almost looks purposeful. Like, let's be real. Allegedly, let's take a URL and an RBE thing, right? All of a sudden, you book gyms, you book Oops, you book, you know what I'm saying? It looks intentional. And maybe there's some on the reverse on the RBE side. It just looks like intentional stuff. And sometimes it's like, come on, like, duh. And who the fuck cares? As long as the fans get entertainment out of it. But this is like big money stuff, though. You know, some people kill you over $1, but this is, you know, big heavyweights signing and contracting artists and doing subliminals and dropping on each other's release dates and whatnot. So I could understand how the Gottis and the Guccis have these type of fallouts, but let's hear from the man himself while he was on the Breakfast Club.
Man, the first time Gucci ever tweeted me, I was in the studio. Somebody sent it to me, and I called his phone like 6 times in a row. He answered probably like on the 6th one.
He was upset that you put your mixtape out the same day as his.
Yeah, I mean, but he didn't say my name. He was just like, why would a rapper do it? But, you know, she want nobody keep coming out of man on the same day. So, you know,
I thought you were a chick. I thought you were smashing the chick or something.
Charlamagne, man, he's a bastard. He's over here talking about us dropping music on the same day, which is always going to be competitive, just like events on the same day, just like movies on the same day. We get it. And he goes, I thought it was over Charlamagne. He's a master at what he does, I swear.
Yeah, you guys have some issues over Keisha Dior.
The guy starts laughing and smiling.
I'll take you from where it started. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, let me get to that.
Okay. But then you started smashing his chick, and then he got angry.
Then he went to jail, and you started dating Keisha Dior.
No, then it was like, to me, I still felt like he was cool because like,
didn't say no.
My partners were with me, like we argue all the time. And that's just what we do. Like it'll never come to Twitter or a radio interview or nothing like that. Then he got on the radio and said something. That's when they were like, okay, home cross that line. Like it's, you know what I mean? It'll never be like we cool no more.
Now I'm gonna go bang his girl.
I had already done that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that was
You banged your partner's girl.
Damn, guy. Yeah, my friend, man.
But that was your girlfriend, though, right? Wasn't that like?
Guy said, "Emmy, my partner." Oh, I didn't know that was your wife.
I ain't know that. I ain't know that.
Yeah, I ain't know that. Okay, so the signing of the artist, the being with the same woman, and the mixtape dropping on the same day. That I think is the gist of their shit, which I'm not saying it's small. I'm not saying that it's small or not. But all right, we just talked about this whole thing with Govan Hernandez, that video that we played yesterday. And I'm like, yo, so by the way, where's your wedding ring? I was just like, why you care about who slept with who? What? I didn't know the context. My bad. I was off. So they're saying Gucci Mane got robbed recently and that Pooh Shiesty was involved. And of course, Pooh Shiesty, the history of him being first signed to Gucci Mane. And then when Gucci Mane goes to jail, is that the person that he maintained or retained? Or did he eventually let him go? Or no, he maintained. We remember that. Gucci even spoke about that maybe in an interview with Charlamagne, like a one-on-one, not on the Breakfast Club. And he said it more like it was a solid thing that he did, right? If I remember correctly, like he let everybody on his roster go except for Pooh Shiesty. Like, why do you let Pooh Shiesty go? Especially if you know he's going to be coming home and he's going to be that much more. You know how it is when rappers come home from jail. So if I'm Gucci Mane from a business standpoint, I retain Pooh Shiesty as well. He's one of the hottest guys out. But they're saying some Vanilla Ice Suge Knight shit happened, okay? And Pooh Shiesty was allegedly there. Fast forward, Gucci Mane ends up losing his wedding ring and his watch that supposedly cost in total millions of dollars, a couple M's. All right, let's hear the Seti Nash video now. And once again, shout out to Seti, man, because he got the whole breakdown. So because I'm out the loop, I'm going to play his whole video. It's only like 9 minutes sped up, though. Let's get up to speed.
A lot of people are wondering how this came about.
Let's go. Let's go. Gizzo down the Gizzo, hit the Stizzo, kill the blunt, man.
And you got to remember, Pooh Shiesty is signed to Gucci. Gucci and Gotti is beefing. So that means Glow is CMG. They shouldn't be getting along together. Well, let me walk y'all down exactly why the hell you just clicked on this video that's going to shake the internet. Because remember this, Mob Ties Global and my camera, Solo 30, only 2 in the world, gave me some on my release. Nigga, no label, no family, no rap niggas or rap bees, no friends, no homies, not even a B nigga on Trey Day. And I ain't never told. Went like a hoe, put on, not keep it real, not stand on business, ain't let shit slide. Nigga, everybody still forgot about me and said F me. Let's get into this whole entire thing as I walk y'all down. Stay to the very end so you can figure it all out.
Big Scott passing away, like to this day, I still ain't really got over that. It's my little cousin, like, to tell me welcome home, you know, still messing with me up for real, so I ain't really got over it yet.
Hold on. Word from our sponsor real quick. That right there is the #1 freaking app in the world as far as Apple and as far as Google Play. That link in the description as well because it's one of the only apps to get you paid to play games. That's free cash right there. #1 app, by the way. So hit that real quick. Get $5 on Nash as soon as you sign up. Boom, they got you. And they start paying you as soon as you start signing up. Anyway, so it's $5 plus. Win some games and get paid to play today. Hit that QR code. Tap the link in the description. So the reason why you guys just seen that doggone Scar clip was simple. Pooh Shiesty still ain't forgave Gucci Mane on the way in which he handled the whole entire situation. See, what a lot of people don't know is that some things are unforgivable to some people. Maybe, you know, I got your stomach. So if you ever put your hands on my salmon, I will never forget you. You can't never come over my house. But Pooh Shiesty, Scar's death is one that he could not forgive. So Pooh Shiesty has not been rocking with Gucci Mane at all since he got out. And as of today, Gucci Mane, Pooh Shiesty went their separate ways. But the details on how that happened, whew, boy, I might have to muddy the waters on this one. But let me give y'all the whole backdrop on how Gucci Mane actually handled the damn funeral, because it got messy as hell. Roll it. Oh, my mama, he not getting them chains back. Before anyone get to speaking on some shit they don't know about, yes, he asked for the chains back. And no, he not getting them hoes back. My brother earned this. My brother mean everything to us. And for him to do him like that is low down. As F. He said he couldn't pay for the funeral because his wife's birthday coming up. Nigga, you a millionaire. Gucci, a BITCH. Gotta get it back in blood. And they say, you know, sorry to hear that. F Gucci.
I read you post the scar talking about some long live him, bro. You ain't do nothing, cuz, on God. And you ain't getting them chains, cuz. You can't get them chains. There's no way you can get them chains. Right. The minute that them folk called your phone to see if you were gonna pay for the funeral, you blocked them. That's not real, cuz. On God, it's not real. I thought Gucci was rich too. God, food all us.
Funeral paid for. That 10K went to a flower. His flower was high. We still got a casket. He getting cremated. He getting put up in a museum. Bitch would not be able to walk on my brother's grave. He ain't getting put in no ground. He ain't getting buried with no chains. He not getting no chains. Period. At the end of the day, receipts that Annabelle uploaded. For the bill. And the receipts. Like I said, we only received 10,000. What the other 10 is, I don't know. But yeah. I'm at work with my feet up, making boxes. That 10K ain't doing shit about it.
Hey, chat. How close a relationship? So I could understand the Gucci and the Pooh Shiesty link. With the young man that passed away, what's the connection and how deep is it between that person and Gucci? I want to know that. Obviously there are a lot of people that were looking to Gucci for him to pay this funeral cost. Funerals ain't cheap. All right. They ain't cheap. I'm just curious. And if there's documented fact, like Gucci responded, I can't do that right now. I got something else to do. Like, let's say a wedding or whatever. People going to feel away. You know, everybody's going to count your pockets. They be like, no, you just super millionaire. And they be the little thing. When we say count your pockets, I don't want to side topic, but here's the thing about counting people's pockets. Generally, it's wrong to do. What I eat don't make you shit and vice versa. If I tell you I don't got it, yeah, maybe you want to hear the words that say I don't want to give it, but I don't have to speak the way that you want to speak. I'm not saying that that's not keeping it real, but I could just say like, nah, I don't got it right now. You don't know what I got planned for my money. You have no clue. But here's the thing also about counting people's pockets. Sometimes it's done because somebody gives you so much of a bullshit curve that it becomes disrespect. And that's where people count your pockets. And that's damn near justified. For example, yo, Tate, you owe me $1,000 still. I spoke about this on the stream like over a year ago. And every time I'm on his Instagram, he's out the country. So I'm counting his pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, he spends so much money on so much shit. Where's my little $1,000? You know what I'm saying? So that's justifiable for counting somebody's pockets. But let me be even more serious now. If I call you and I look at you and you present this whole you multimillionaire and all this, even though what I eat don't make you shit, once again, and we got this serious situation going on. We got this funeral to pay for. Funerals being so expensive. Once again, a lot of people, you think that they got those type of costs and they don't. And we're looking at you to do it. If you don't want to cover these costs or if you can't afford it, the out is for something because it's so serious is to give the most truthful and solid answer. For example, I can't afford it. Like, I know that y'all look at me like Gucci this and Gucci that, but I only got $50,000 in my savings account right now. And I know it's hard to tell somebody that, but then fast forward, if they turn around you on your Instagram and you're throwing $10,000 at the strip club, you know, didn't Chief Keef have a similar situation? Chief Keef, same thing. Was that part of the Chief Keef and Little Durk fallout once upon a time? But it was around a funeral or something, right? I think it was. It was a funeral and people wanted some money for. Oh no, it was bail. It was bail. It was bail, and that's allegedly tied to when Chief Keef got robbed, and people like Boss Top was tied to that. They said that they stole the kids' diapers out of the fucking crib and all this chains and all that. But that was tied to when Chief Keef got robbed, right? Here's another one. A$AP Rocky is on the stand with A$AP Relly, and they say a lot of the beef started over one of their homies that passed away, right? And go to the bag, go to A$AP Rocky, pay for the funeral. And A$AP Relly and some of the people didn't like the way some of that was managed or handled. Can't you just get it from Rihanna? That's the counting pockets thing, right? So if it's something as serious as a funeral, if you either A, don't have it, or B, don't want to pay it for whatever reason, you better give a very, very solid answer. And then after that, you have to be conscious of people pocket watching you. Oh, look at him. He just bought this new, because Chief Keef did that to be an asshole, right? So he was asked for like 10,000 or something like that. And then he posted like some shit like just bought 10,000 in jeans. It's like, oh, people gonna treat that as beef because they lost somebody, you know? So y'all gotta let me know in the chat, this young man that passed away, how close he was to Gucci, or is it just that Pooh Shiesty expected that level of loyalty because he couldn't help it? He was down and you were supposed to be loyal to Pooh. I don't know. Y'all gotta put me on that.
Ribs and flowers, boo. This shit ain't here with no little bitch ribs and flowers, boo. 10K ain't shit. My brother was way more worth, baby. My brother worth more than 10K. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Yeah, Gucci son 10,000, and it was somebody else on another team, so it was 20,000 in all.
The one that long live my boy. And them folks said, y'all knew stop when you at it.
Stop playing. He left over D down.
He left his brother with down.
He left his brother with down. Stop playing, man.
So now that you're all caught up, here's what happened. Can't tell you the day, but Gucci Mane, that wedding ring, gone. Yeah, they hit him with the Suge Knight, bruh. They took Gucci Mane wedding ring and they took his watch. So Gucci, you know this is 100% true. Hit me up, I can get you it back. But as it stands right now, bruh, Gucci Mane walking around wedding ringless right now, and he ain't got no watch. I'm not gonna say who robbed him, Pooh Shiesty was not there, but it definitely went on after Pooh Shiesty left. Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane got into an altercation as far as a little back and forth. Pooh Shiesty wasn't hearing shit that Gucci Mane had to say. Gucci Mane won Pooh Shiesty on the team, but hell nah. So what ends up happening is Space in the Place. Can't give you too much specific details because if I do, then y'all know that's all bad. But as soon as Pooh Shiesty got up out of there, left, got in his car, pulled off, he ain't knowing what the hell going on. All he knows is he happy that Gucci Mane signed him up out that goddamn deal. But after that, after Pooh Shiesty was in the clear, because he don't know shit about this, so he gonna be reading about and hearing about this as I am. I mean, as I'm letting y'all know this shit right now. They robbed his ass. For surely robbed goddamn Gucci Mane. Robbed his ass out of his ring, robbed his ass out of his watch. So he running around here right now. It didn't happen in Atlanta. That's as far as I can get y'all right there. There's more details on the way, and it will be dropping. But as much as I want to give to the internet, yeah, that boy Gucci Mane had to release Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty is no longer signed in 1017, and Gucci Mane no longer has his wedding ring and no longer has his watch. But Gucci, you can holler at me. I can get it back for you, bro. Other than that, man, it is what it is. Breaking news. Believe me, don't believe me, but y'all know when I break down street shit like this.
Nah, I believe you, man. I believe you. I believe Govan Hernandez did that video for a reason. I believe that he's telling the truth here. I believe that the history that they're showing between Yo Gotti, Pooh Shiesty, and Gucci all adds up to something. Glorilla being in the studio. I think it all, we can't ignore all the dots. I believe it. I believe it. Does that make Gucci less of a man? No, of course not. I'll tell you this on a positive note. If he lost a very expensive ring and watch that adds up to, even if it's not $1 million plus, even if it adds up to $5, whatever, even if it's not worth that much financial or money wise, but it has sentimental value, I'm glad he didn't die over it. Okay. Because motherfuckers be rapping that shit, touch my chain and blah, blah, blah. I'm glad he didn't die over it. I hope that if he was pressed at that level and he just obviously gave it up compliantly, he didn't have to get hurt because we ain't hear nothing about him getting hurt. That's more important to me. Right. But the thing about the thing about situations like this going public, Gucci has this reputation that is going to be pressed on him within itself, and that's where you become a victim of your rep. Just imagine just so many months ago when everybody was doing this whole the Ratlanta and the last real nigga and the only real nigga there and the king of it all, Gucci. And then a couple months after that, a newer artist, a Pooh Shiesty, is allegedly involved in some Suge Knight shit. Like, yo, there you go. Put this paper on the table. Sign this. Sign me out of this. And then you sign it from pressure, and then he walks away, and then you get robbed. It's against like his reputation of being this big boogeyman, Gucci man, and that's shitty. We're all human on reality, but when it comes to this industry shit, that's Thanos, right? It's one of the Thanoses and shit. So I would expect a lot of and Gucci actually is a real street nigga too, right? So I don't know if this is the end of it. Like, get the man back his jewelry and have some high power conversations, and maybe it ends there. But this is the type of stuff that people die over, like there'd be aftershock of shit like this. Let's be real. Even Seti going on camera saying I'm tapped in with the people that did it. They saying allegedly Rolling 60s did it, and he's tapped in with them and he can get his shit back. If you can get my shit back and you're an alliance, which makes you one of my indirect, and shit like this gets real messy, man. It's public now. Allegedly, somebody sooner or later, how it is on the internet, is gonna cut on the camera and flash the ring and flash the watch. You know how that goes. Here goes the watch. Look, everybody. Here goes the ring. You know how that shit go every fucking day. So I expect that coming out sooner or later too. But even outside of here's a bugged out take. We focus in on the jewelry, right? Because in the hip hop world, if you get robbed, it's like game over. You might as well die, right? You're a real man, real nigga can't get robbed. Not in hip hop. I'll tell you what's worse than that to me, right? That record deal, if it went down like that on some Suge Knight, Vanilla Ice type shit, that contract is probably worth way more than that jewelry. might got some sentimental value in the wedding ring. We get you another wedding ring. Fuck that. That's not the only watch Gucci got. Didn't he put up a Christmas video of him getting like $1 million watch as a Christmas gift? Gucci probably got 20 of them shits. That contract might be worth way more of retaining the rights and the music and catalog or ownership or whatever to Pooh Shiesty. That's what I care more about. Like what movies did that? Oceans did that, right? One of the Oceans 11 with Al Pacino. They was up on the top of the building. Al Pacino had some goons with him, and his partner, he lined up as he was setting up the casino, building the casino, and then he made him sign his rights away. He pressed them like they was gonna throw him off the fucking head. Like, yo, sign. He's like, what? I'm the partner. He's like, no, you thought you was, you idiot. And they made him sign that shit. You know, art imitates reality, because that Suge Knight and that Vanilla Ice shit, I believe, is real. Like Vanilla Ice himself spoke about that. Did Vanilla Ice even admit to being dangled off of the balcony by Suge? So it's real shit. Get impressed. We hear all this shit about people complaining about getting let out of their labels. Finesse 2 Times just did that with Jay Prince. Junior, let me out. They ask for it. The brute force situations happen too. Here's one more that is real life, not even movie shit. Isn't that what happened with Eazy-E and Suge? They said that was in the studio, right? Where Suge had a bunch of people press Eazy-E over some rights and licensing or ownership or contractual shit. Go down, man. And look at that. 2 out of the 3 examples we're talking about, Suge is allegedly involved in both of them. Fucking Suge. Fucking Suge. I thought the world was gonna end when Suge got knocked out by that barber. Remember that? I thought the world would, because that was like Mike Tyson at the time. Like Suge, he scared everybody. You know, we saw that he got knocked out by a barber. I was just like, that barber's still alive? Like, anyway. All right. Way bigger situation than we started to cover yesterday. So